You will go in, you will get a big plastic bag, you will get undressed, put all your stuff in the plastic bag. Your plastic bag will have a number on it and you will have that number written on your shoulder.
First recommendation, also on Pride, will be go to
And it's very famous for the cruising area. Already in the 19th century, soldiers have been doing cruising in that park.
Hi, I'm Rob. Welcome to my channel. Dive into vlogs about gay life, adventures in Berlin, Europe and beyond. From everyday moments to travels and meaningful discussions. It's all here. Enjoy the ride. Hit like, subscribe and share your thoughts in the comments.
What do you think about my new haircut?
Gorgeous.
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 Gorgeous. Thank you so much. And now I'm here in the oldest queer club in Berlin, in SchwuZ. And I'm here with Jeff. And Jeff is my friend and colleague. You have a website, berlinguide.de, and you are doing
guided tours about Berlin's history of sexuality, Berlin's queer and trans history, and Berlin's club culture. About Berlin's nightlife, about the clubs, the most famous clubs in Berlin, from Berghain to KitKat to SchwuZ Queer Club. And yeah, we're going to discover all the filthy, naughty things that are happening inside the clubs, but also by what marginalized communities those clubs were built and why they are safer spaces for these communities.
And this is a special episode too. You maybe came here on this video because we want to give you recommendations. No, Jeff want to give you recommendations for the best Pride parties in Berlin for Pride 2024, right?
Exactly.
Let's look around. So yeah, Jeff, and this is the SchwuZ.
Exactly.
And what kind of Pride party can we expect for SchwuZ?
Well, because it's the biggest queer club in Berlin and one of the most important clubs overall in Berlin. And of course, there will be a lot of Pride parties here. Friday, you will have the Vroom, if I pronounce it correctly. I also sometimes have a bit of a problem with the R sound in English. But that's a more pop music party because SchwuZ is one of those clubs that actually have more than just techno music. Berlin is of course famous for the techno clubs and the techno music and techno parties. But SchwuZ is one of those clubs that has more than just electronic music. So that's a pop party on Friday before the Pride parade or the Pride demonstrations. And then on Saturday you have the official Pride party at SchwuZ, CSD in SchwuZ, CSD for Christopher Street Day, because in Germany Pride is called Christopher Street Day, and that's then a party also with different kinds of music, also pop but also Afrobeats, some house, 90s house, so more also a variety of different kinds of music styles.
And we're inside the SchwuZ, and it's not so usual or common to get into a club during daytime.
But we can do this actually during this club tour. I'm very lucky and very happy that I have the possibility to go with my customers, with the people who booked a tour about Berlin's clubs, to also visit SchwuZ from the inside. So if you come on this tour, you actually have the possibility to see a famous Berlin club from the inside while it is actually not running. So basically you get a backstage tour of one of the most important clubs in Berlin. So of course SchwuZ is also not just a music club, but like so many other clubs in Berlin as well, SchwuZ also has a dark room, so you can actually also have fun in many different kinds of ways at SchwuZ. Would you like to see the dark room?
You know, I really would like to see the dark room, but if people want to see the dark room, they can go to your tour, right?
Sure, yes, yeah, absolutely. That's part of the tour as well.
You show the dark room. If you are my lovely subscribers want to see the dark rooms in a video, then write it in the comments, because I can also make a video about the dark rooms maybe, yeah, but not now. That's a lot of stuff you show on your tour, so I'm very excited to see it now.
Yes.
So let's start the tour.
Let's go. Yes, yeah, it's not the biggest club in Berlin, but it's quite big, yeah. Of course, they also have the big stage here with a lot of performances happening also in most parties. Very beautiful bar here, the DJ booth here. To trap the people inside the GDR. So when the wall came down, it was an incredibly liberation of emotions, and I want to show you a video about this here. Whether you were heterosexual or homosexual, it just didn't matter anymore. Like really, it was really a state of like, let's all come together and forget our differences. And yeah, so first of all that with techno music, but then also when the wall fell, there were so many abandoned buildings along the former Berlin Wall and also in the former GDR. Like for example, industrial buildings or warehouses. Like the GDR, of course, was a communist state, so there was not a need for that many warehouses. So there were, like for example, warehouses that were standing empty for decades, where then a lot of young people then went into these abandoned buildings and just illegally, of course, opened clubs in there. Famous positive clubs in Berlin today. It has, depending on how many are open, up to 5 dance floors. There's a cocktail bar. Sometimes there are live concerts inside the club. There's a swimming pool, a sauna, a candy store. Sometimes there's a live jazz band playing jazz music by the swimming pool. Sometimes they have a masseur inside the club where you can get professional massages. So it's more like a amusement park for adults than just a club. Of course, they also have many different kinky play areas for all kinds of kinky play. And KitKat stands, of course, symbolically here now for the vast number of positive parties that you have in Berlin. Berghain actually lie at a different club called Bunker. Bunker was a bunker indeed built by the Nazis, and then in the early 90s it was turned into a club. First I have another quiz question again for you. What was the headline of a German tabloid paper in the 1990s? I am the richest man in the world, I don't have to queue here for 4 hours, I can just walk straight to the bouncers and give them some money and then they will let me in. That's not how Berghain works. If you're not on the guest list, you cannot jump the queue, even if you are the richest man in the world.
So, hairstyling done. Berghain. Yeah. Maybe you come a bit closer. We have a shadow in the face. Is it this? No, where is this? Is it me? It's me!
It's you.
It's me, yeah. But maybe this is perfect. Because,
yeah,
what do you think? Oh yeah, you are bigger than me, now we have the same size. Body size, of course.
Okay.
So back here, after the tour, the Berlin History of Clubs tour, which was really, really great, we are here behind the famous Berghain.
In front of the famous Berghain.
In front.
Yes.
Behind, in front, yeah, because there's the door. The door where a famous person was rejected.
Apparently, allegedly.
And yeah, if you want to know more about it, you should book the tour. And you told me about the Pride party in SchwuZ now, and I want to know, or my audience want to know, more about other Pride parties in the city. So maybe in Berghain, maybe in Laboratory, maybe somewhere else. What are your recommendations for the Berlin Pride 2024?
Well, for Berghain, you have the CSD Club Night, Club at Berghain. So the regular Club Nacht at Berghain on a Saturday night after the demonstration, but just like the special Pride version of that. I guess Berghain, if you get in, it's always a great experience. I don't think you need to tell more about Berghain. Also, you're not allowed to tell more about Berghain. But yeah, for the if you like it, if you do want it really more kinky or sexual though, then maybe a good idea would also be the naked party at Lab on the Thursday before the Pride demonstration. So Laboratory, the most hardcore club in the world today. Can I say this on Instagram? Yeah, we'll beep it out. However, most nights Laboratory is male gay only, so it's a really gay club. But if you are a gay man or bisexual man, or if you feel belonging to the gay community, or maybe also as a non-binary person belonging to the male gay community, or feeling part of the male gay community, you can definitely also go to Laboratory if that's your kind of vibe.
But Jeff, what is the naked party? What is the dress code? So I'm a funny guy, you see. But what will I do with my clothes?
Well, at lab you will go in, you will get a big plastic bag, you will get undressed, put all your stuff in the plastic bag. Your plastic bag will have a number on it, and you will have that number written on your shoulder. At least that's how they usually do it at lab, and then you just go in, and then you come back, you have your number on your shoulder, you can't lose it, and then you get your bag back, and you can get dressed again and leave.
And what, I have to carry my Instagram smartphone in my hand?
No. Of course, phones are not allowed, especially cameras are not allowed. In actually most Berlin clubs, cameras are not allowed. At Berghain, you will put stickers on your phone's camera. At Laboratory, you will definitely, especially for the naked party, you will have to give it up with your wardrobe. And so yeah, no phones allowed. As for paying, you will just have, like, at the end, everything will be written on your number that you have on your shoulder, and then you pay at the end when you leave.
But it's like in a sauna.
It's like in a sauna, yes.
Yeah, it's like in a sauna, but I leave my shoes on, right?
Yes, in the lab you must leave your shoes on, because you don't know what's
and it's padded too,
around,
Okay. I've never been there, really, I've never been there, but I want to experience it. So that's the Thursday of the Pride thing. And what else can you recommend?
Well, maybe you can, if you're already here the week before Pride, so for the Gay Lesbian Street or City Festival, there are also a lot of parties already going on there. So for example, on Saturday at Club Culture House, you will have a karaoke party, also a very typical Berlin but still kind of unusual party. It's exactly what it sounds like. You will have to do karaoke to porn. And then you have also at Monster Ronson's, which is the week then, the July 24th at Monster Ronson's, you have the Poppers on Pride. Poppers is also a very, very famous queer drag punk party by a really brilliant punk drag queen. I really love her, Bleach. She really makes amazing parties at Monster Ronson's. She's really a powerhouse of a voice. And yeah, so that's the special Pride version of that Poppers party. Monster Ronson's is a karaoke place, like a regular karaoke place actually, but yeah, they also have like shows and queer shows also, so that's also more a very nice experience. And then of course you have many positive parties. Some of them we have already talked about, of course, at SchwuZ and also at other clubs like KitKat and Berghain. But you have more. You have, for example, at the Club Culture House again on July 23rd, you have the Trans and Friends. So that's more like a positive party for trans people, non-binary people and their friends and communities. So more, for more inclusive party for those. And then you have at Aden on July 27, you have Lunchbox Candy, the Cat Gala, which promises to be more like a gender-bending, diverse, for all kinds of queer identities or all kinds of any sexual and gender identities. Very kinky party also, so you definitely want to bring some kinky outfit for that. And of course the Foreplay Pride Special Open Foreplay is another queer, friendly, positive kinky party, but this time with a special open air party that's going to take place at Sage Beach, not too far away from KitKat Club. So a very nice area, right by the river, on a sandy beach actually, where you can dance and enjoy a positive kinky party during the day.
That sounds like a lot of fun, but you were talking a lot about KitKat, but you didn't tell me which parties on KitKat are going on Pride, because I think most of the people in the world know KitKat from the name and are interested in what is going on in the KitKat and how do I have to dress to go there or stuff like that.
Well, the Saturday party at KitKat is always the same. It's always the Carnival Bizarre party. It's not going to be, I don't think it's going to be a special Pride party, but it doesn't have to be, because KitKat is already itself a queer, welcoming club. Like KitKat is known for having all this concept of sexual identity and gender identity actually dissolving, kind of like everything kind of becomes kind of fluid. So what's like being straight or gay or like all these concepts don't make me much sense sometimes at KitKat anymore. Not for everybody, but it's a very dissolving experience. So the KitKat party on a Saturday after Pride is also always a great idea if you're really looking for a very famous, well-known, positive, kinky party. Then just go to KitKat, to the regular Carnival Bizarre. And you have to, of course, you have to have a dress code. You have to wear something kinky, extraordinary, freaky, like Yes, they have a very broad definition of that. So you could, for example, get in with a clown's costume if that would really be turned into something more kinky, maybe with a bare ass or somehow. Like you really need to work a little bit on that as well. But like it's just to say that it's like you don't have to be classic in leather or rubber. Like they have a very broad definition of that. But it really needs to be like unusual. Like you cannot go in jeans and t-shirt. You cannot go and say I'm just going to be naked. That's not going to work. You really, if you feel like people will stare at you when you are outside wearing this, that's the right outfit for KitKat.
Okay, so that is something I can keep in my mind.
But don't be scared when you wear it outside actually on the way to KitKat. You don't have to, you can also get a change at KitKat. But if you decide to wear it on the way to KitKat and people don't stare at you, then don't get discouraged because Berliners just don't stare. Berliners are used to it.
But how does it work? I go to KitKat and the bouncers, they look at me, they ask for my outfit?
Yes.
Oh, really? They open your bag, I want to see your outfit.
Yes, exactly. They come to the bouncer and they like ask you, what this is, what outfit do you have, and then you need to show them what you brought, and then either what you are wearing or what you brought in your bag.
That's very interesting. And you said gender does not play a big role. That means I can take, or the gays can take all their female friends or all their...
Yes. Well, Bizarre is not in itself a queer party. I mean, it's not a queer party, meaning it's not necessarily a party that's only for the queer community. It's a queer party in the other meaning of the word, meaning queer as in out of the norm. Mm-hmm. It's like anything out of the norm. And it's for straight people, for cisgender people, for queer and trans people, for really everybody. So anybody can go to KitKat on a Saturday night.
And still a safe place for...
I would say it's a safer place. So then there's another sex positive party, this time more for the gay and bisexual male community, is the Horsemeat Disco Pride Special Edition at Prince Charles. Also on a Saturday after the Pride demonstrations. Also a very positive kinky party, so you will definitely also want to bring a kinky outfit for that party. And then also for the Flinter crowd, so the females, lesbians, intersex, non-binary, trans and agender people, you have the official Flinter Pride party at Haubentaucher, also after the Pride demonstrations on Saturday, July 27, promising to be very flirtatious, very fun also. Also really, really nice club with an outside area with a pool and everything, so really just generally always a club to recommend, but it's going to be a very, very nice party for the Flinter community, I think.
So Jeff, but when you are visiting Berlin for the first time and maybe KitKat is a bit too much, a bit too kinky, stuff like that, do you have a recommendation for more calm, normal experience?
Mm-hmm. Well, you can always go to the main Pride party at Ritterbutzke, which is also on the Saturday after the Pride demonstrations, which is the main Pride party. Or you can also go to the SchwuZ Club. The SchwuZ Club is always a very, very great place to go to. You do have dark rooms there, but it's not like as, as or as like the focus is a little bit different. You have the dark rooms there, but you also have the dance floors and the bar area where you can just chill, and it's a very, very different vibe to KitKat, say, for example. Or Berghain.
That sounds great. You told about the SchwuZ, and that could be something I would do if I don't go to KitKat, because I have to think about my outfit, and the other thing is I also have to be fit. Because we will demonstrate on the Pride. We are there with the truck together. We will demonstrate, and we need to be still fit to go out. Where do you want to go out?
I would love to, but I have to work again on Sunday morning. I need to give another tour. So
okay, but if you would go out, which party would you go to?
Oh. I haven't even thought about it because it was out of question for me.
Just very spontaneously.
I think it would be either Berghain or KitKat.
Okay.
Yeah, so very spontaneously now, although...
Sounds like a hard decision, but...
Yeah, Berghain or KitKat, I think it would be for me. Probably Berghain. I would really love to go to Berghain again.
Okay, now can you write in the comments what party would you like to go if you would go to Berlin Pride, maybe? So then I would like to know that. Write it in the comments, and we will be there and demonstrate. Can we say our truck number?
I think
we can say our truck number is number
22.
22. So
Taylor Swift's album, I was set.
That's it.
was
and
told.
If you want to say hello, maybe you can see us there. But I have another question, because a lot of guys texted me on Instagram. Just follow me on Instagram. Also follow Jeff on Instagram. I linked his Instagram and the website, and the full Pride event calendar from Jeff you can find also in the video description. He has a blog article about it on his website, so there's much more to see. A lot of guys texted me on Instagram, as I said, and they asked me where to go to maybe cruising. And of course, my first recommendation, also on Pride, will be go to Boiler Gay Sauna in Berlin. My favorite place to cruise. Very clean, very nice. I made several videos about it. I link them in the video description. But you have to, I'm sure it will be so full that you have to wait in line before. But Jeff, I don't know so many places yet. I will learn them, and maybe you can give, as the Berlin guide, you can give recommendations where people can go during Pride, before and after Pride, to have some gay fun.
Well, as a gay man or bisexual man, you can always go to the Schöneberg district. I mean, the gay district there are a lot of bars in there that have a dark room that are very cruisy. Otherwise, if you like outdoor cruising, you can go to Tiergarten. Tiergarten is very famous for the cruising area. Already in the 19th century, soldiers have been doing cruising in that park, so it has a long tradition.
Is that an information I get when I get to go to your other?
Yes, to my sex history tour. Yeah,
that
I'll
is
talk about that.
Very nice tour too. So. You should, yeah. Sorry for interrupting.
No, and then you can go to Hasenheide, another park, like maybe a little bit more queer vibe, a mixed vibe. Also, like a good place to go to if you want to not only have a place dominated by a gay man, you can also go to Ficken 3000, Ficken 3000, which is also usually open for the entire queer community and has some more queer vibe in there as well, and also a very cruisy place.
It is a bar with a dark room.
It is a bar with a dark room, like upstairs or like on the ground floor, ground level. You have the regular bar where people are just chilling, dancing, having some drinks, and then in the cellar you have a cruising area. Yeah.
Sounds great. Any more ideas?
For cruising?
Or cruising, like places?
Well, always book my tour, of course. If you really want to know more about either queer history, I have a tour for the queer and trans history in Berlin, where we see a lot from the mid-19th century up until today, but with a big focus on the 1920s until the Nazis seized power, and also seeing what the Nazis actually did and why they were also gay Nazis, at least in the beginning. And also another focus on the 1970s and 80s, what is generally called, after the 1920s, the second queer liberation movement in Germany. So the 70s and 80s were that second queer liberation movement, of course also with the AIDS crisis. Then I have the sex history tour where we focus more, like also on some queer history, but also more on other aspects of sexuality, the sex work, kinks and fetishes, the sexual science, the World's First Institute of Sexual Science we see in the tour as well, and then of course the club tour.
Do you have free dates around the Pride?
Yes, there are still some spots available. They are fast selling out now, but there's still some spots available for Friday and Sunday of Pride weekend.
So maybe you can see Jeff there. Jeff, that was a great tour today. There was great recommendations for the Berlin Pride weekend. I hope we all will have a great demonstration and a great positive weekend. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Happy Pride. Happy Pride.
Happy Pride. And we see us with the next video. And if you want to see the SchwuZ maybe from inside, or the dark room from SchwuZ inside, or a complete tour, or stuff like that, just write it in the comments and say us where you will go during the Pride. That's it. Bye. Bye.
Bye bye.